Hi. So I saw The Social Network tonight. Yes, I'm that far behind. I'm not made of money. You want me to see movies earlier? Send me what is it now? $10? Ugh, that's ridiculous. I'm not spending $10 on freaking movies. Anyway, so I saw The Social Network, and it was an interesting movie. We'll say it that way. It had many different points that I have to make about it. Point one, cinematography. I enjoyed the way that they filmed. It had this kind of grainy, drained look, and I like that feel. And it doesn't have the same crispness that Zack Snyder brings to his films. He has that graininess, but also a very crisp brightness to it. This was just kind of drained and lacked the crispness that Zack Snyder usually has in his movies. That said, I still enjoyed the cinematography and the color grading of it. It's a nice grayish feel almost. Item 2, the music. I really like the music. A lot of it was different songs that they put in it, but some of it was original music, and I thought it was good. It was very fitting of it, kind of understated, but still very pretty to listen to if you got bored, which you will, because point 3, they just have a bunch of random points where they're gonna run for no reason. At the beginning of the movie, after 10 minutes, the main character runs for I swear to God, 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Nothing's happening. There isn't some montage telling us about his no. Just him I'm running. He isn't running to anything. He's going from a pub to his room. He didn't need to run. Whenever in movies and TV shows they have characters running, it's always to show, oh, the plot's advancing, it's advancing. No, the plot isn't advancing. Nothing's happening, and we know nothing's happening, so we're just watching characters run, and we're thinking, what the fuck is this? Why are they running? There's no point in this. And then they have other unnecessary movement scenes to be the plot's moving forward. No, the plot isn't moving forward. You're full of shit. Item 4. So, misogyny. That's right. We're just gonna come out and say it. Misogyny. The entire movie hates women. They don't even try and hide it. It's completely obvious from the beginning. They hate women. There's several reasons why they hate women. Reason 1, they compare women to animals throughout the entire movie. Now that's the most blatant one where they acknowledge their misogyny. Fine, I don't care if you acknowledge your own inherent misogyny. Thing 2, there aren't really any women main characters. Thing 3, of the women who have lines, they're either A, crazy bitches, B, party girls and crazy bitches, or C, have absolutely no character of interest. They're just completely bland, lifeless. There are many reasons. They have the hot or not thing, which is just complete misogyny. They have the guy's obsession with women and just moving beyond them because they're utterly insignificant to the plot. Let's see, what else did they have? There's just so much misogyny. I can't remember it all because I'm thinking misogyny, sexism, which is misogyny. It's frustrating. I understand this movie is about guys. It's about the computer world, which mostly has guys in it. But nonetheless, you didn't have to go so fucking far out of your way to be sexist. They weren't just a regular amount of sexist. They weren't even an extra amount of sexist. They were a triple dose of sexism. Oh, I forgot. They also just had random party scenes where the girls were always taking their clothes off and having sex with people for no reason. It's just kind of really, that's what you think women are just sex machines. I don't know. The women had nothing to bring to the film, and I found that kind of irritating. It's not only that they had nothing to bring to the film, it's that there wasn't even a hint that they might possibly have some value somewhere, somehow. It's just yes, this person is worthless. Misogyny aside, point 5, which is assholery. Everyone in the movie has it. Everyone in the movie is an asshole. It's okay, I understand these are real people, are kind of assholes. But these were 9 kinds of asshole. You didn't like anyone, because everyone was just kind of stupid and idiotic, and it was just kind of I don't like you. I understand I'm not necessarily meant to like them, but it's I really would not want to be associated, and because it's based on real people. So clearly they can't be this much. The people have more depth than just assholery. There's more size to that, coin than asshole. Slightly less, but still an asshole. Point 6, accuracy. They exaggerated everything. Real life, this shit isn't happening. I realize a lot of the events are real, but it's it's the whole based on a true story thing. based being the important thing. Like, shit, I could make a movie about, like, explosions and, like, machine guns, death rays, and say it's based on, like, the story of Helen Keller. That doesn't mean it's true. I don't know, that's the problem, where they're like, oh, this is about Facebook and how it's... No, it's complete bullshit. They're just exaggerating things to try and make it an exciting new movie. It's the new thing, Facebook. It only was started how many years ago? Thing 7. The actors. Now, there were a lot of famous actors, and there were some non-famous actors, but, you know, they had Justin Timberlake in it. Oh, the singer, or the actor, I guess now? I don't know. He's just kind of a douche face, in my opinion. I know people are starting to like him more, but he was, like, in some, like, boy band, or maybe it was American Idol. I don't know. All I know is he, like, tries to skate by doing a bunch of different things that he's not really good at. It's like, okay, if you're trying to dabble in a lot of things, you should do well in all of them instead of being shit at all of them. He just, like, does a little singing, and he's not very good. He does a little acting, and he's not very good. He does a little, what else does he do? I don't even know. I think just douchery. He does very well at that. I will give him that. If he sucks at everything else, he excels at douchery. I don't know. I realize it's popular to like Justin Timberlake. But no. No, it shouldn't be. Just people randomly decided, oh, he was on SNL and he was mildly amusing. Ha ha ha. No, that doesn't mean he isn't an ass face. And he is. His face, while maybe attracted to some very blind women, is made of asses. Not one ass, several asses. Point 8. Pacing. The pacing of this movie was shitty at best. Like, they had to, like, it picked up the pace a lot at the end, which it needed to. But at the beginning, it was like, I don't give a shit about this. I still don't give a shit about this. You're an annoying bitch, and I don't give a shit. It's just kind of like, okay, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, is that where you're going? Really? Really? That's where you're going? That's kind of a stupid place to go. That's not very interesting. And it doesn't really have a good conclusion at all, but, you know, because it's not a real story. It's just, like, people in their lives. I mean, shit, these people haven't even lived their lives yet. They're, like, what, barely 30? They have more shit they're gonna do with their time, but, you know, the movie's doing it now. It's like, that's why I hate when they do, like, autobiographies of people before the person has died. It's like, no, they might do more. They might not, but they're still alive. It's like when people comment on, like, the presidency of, like, Bush or Clinton. It's like, no. You need to let more time pass, wait for the bitch to die, and then rag on him. You have to wait until you have some more, like, time to reflect. Like, that's the problem with, like, you know, Obama. We're making all this commentary while he's still president. We don't know where things are gonna go. Just, like, hold your horses and make fun of him later after you can actually see the result of his actions. We're just, like, making these wild guesses, and we just want to dislike people because we want to dislike people. I'm the foremost amongst those. I hate everyone. Even you. No, I love you. No, not him. You. Yeah. Thing 9. Twins. They had them. Thing 10. The only non-asshole in the entire movie was Eduardo, and that was just because he was, like, pathetically sad, and you were like, oh, poor Eduardo, you're just getting fucked in the ass by everyone, and you're working so hard, and you feel bad for him, because obviously he's the real protagonist of the story. While, definitely I would say that Mark Zuckerberg is the main character, the protagonist, the one you are meant to feel for, and feel empathy for, and feel sorry for, is definitely Eduardo. Zuckerberg is just the narrator, and he is a shallow narrator at best. Speaking of that actor, because I was wrapped up with Justin Timberlake before. Justin, you disappoint me. Anyway, this guy. I'm gonna call him Columbus, because that was his name in Zombieland, which I love. Zombieland. I should rewatch that movie and make a review of it, but I have other movies to watch, so I'll do it eventually. Anyway, point is, he's hilarious in Zombieland, and I like him. Because of that, this movie was only so-so. I mean, I realize there's all these talk about, like, Oscars and Grammys and awards, and I don't actually know. I don't pay attention to that shit. But, like, people are always talking about this movie, and it's like, okay, it's not like it's a bad movie. It's just not really something that excited about. It's fucking Facebook. It's a website. I don't give a shit. It's like I use Facebook, but I also don't give a shit. It's like I realize there was some controversy. I don't care. Why are you making a movie? Unimportant, I say. It's just kind of like, you're like hopping onto a trend wagon. Yeah, a trend wagon, not a bandwagon. A trend wagon. And they're just trying to be like, oh, look, we're Hollywood, we're hip, we're with it, we know the internet, as you speak. I mean, shit, after this movie came out, I have expected them to make, like, an entire, like, movie about lolcats. I don't want a movie about lolcats, but if they keep on this thing of, like, trying to pretend that the internet is, like, serious business, Shit isn't. It's just stupid. Like, the internet, not serious business. Everyone tries to pretend that it is, but it really isn't. I mean, I realize some people can make money off the internet, though God knows how. I don't. I really don't. I don't know how Facebook makes money. That was one thing that they never explained, like advertising, but then they didn't get it. I don't know. What I do know is the internet is for shits and giggles, not serious movies, and that was the flaw. They're trying to make a serious movie about shits and giggles. See you, Space Cowboy.